Yo, you know what it is, man, the Kid Cortez. This is 50, the pull-up episode, and we interviewing the infamous Jacina Love, you heard?
Cortez, Brooklyn's own. Ain't no better battle rapper than Brooklyn's own.
None.
Cortez, you heard?
Yeah.
Lavish Lip, we're here, pulling up on you. Brooklyn, you already know, Jacina Love, baby.
You hungry?
Let's go.
We out.
Rubber bands wrapped around the money. Cuz just sold another puppy. Mama ain't raised no dummy.
Shit. Wholesale, retail, motivating these females.
Ice cups posted by the deli.
From the deli.
Grape fives got you niggas feeling jelly. Keep the fifth tucked right by the Fendi.
Listen, young boy, let's not get carried away here, okay?
Fuck a bitch once and tell her I'm straight.
Bye.
Red runts rolling up apes.
I'm high.
Chain shine like puffin' 9-8.
Take that. That's a lot of shiny, Bobby. I mean, that's shiny.
I mean, that's the secret, really, like doing what you love or being able to support your family or support your dreams. Doing what you love is way better than having a good job. Like, there's people that might have good jobs, great 9-to-5s, they pay good, but they miserable. Why? Because they not doing what they love. They just like stuck in the system. I call it like, oh, they're in the matrix. Like, you know, like, oh, you wake up 7 in the morning, you go to work at 8, you go to lunch, like you're in a routine.
Yeah.
Anybody in the industry is not like that. It's like, yo, everything is chaotic, you know? But at the
So
same
real.
time, I'm able to pay my bills, take care of my family, doing what I love. You know, and I always used to say, oh, if I'm 30 years old, then I ain't got a deal, it's a dub. But now I just realized, like, nah, all that shit did was push me to learn how to get to the bag, you know?
Right.
And I ain't stealing from nobody, I'm not taking from nobody, I'm not hurting nobody. I do what I do what I love, and people are responding, and that's really like the motivation behind Resolutions.
I love that. And talking about doing what you love, talk to us about the art of battle rapping.
Crazy. Battle rapping is completely different though. Like,
Yes.
it's completely different from making music. If I go into the studio, I'm just going off a vibe, whatever the mood is. If I was partying the night before, if some shit happened, that's what that goes. Battle rap, everything has to shut down.
You ready though? I said, you ain't a killer, you still learning how to walk. The machine to his stories, learning how to talk. Your light flash for your eyes, it's your final thoughts. Won't get the picture till you're drawn outside with chalk. Chop off hands, fools be hard to reach. Cats give pounds, but they won't lift an arm for me. I got a part in me, guns from the armory. I don't need all of these, 4 in this hold I squeeze. I make it hard to breathe, chrome like heart disease. Butter, high cholesterol, these bullets clog arteries. I link with ops, mop heads through the scope. Butter from the block, but your block said you a joke. All these L-Shack cracks right through the yoke. I ain't gotta pull out, I pop lead through the coke. Meet the plug, increase the pod number shit. Even I wonder how I speak divine. Hunger on the streets and I'm butt up the streets and I'll buck ya. It's either I go and spit the ether, my brother, or the eagle eye. Go and split your features, I'll run up big ratchet. I'ma sneak it right under, stick action. So I'm keeping my plunger, stick action. I hit his cheek when I pluck up, close casket. Now your features got smothered, looking down like, yo, I can't believe it's not butter. Oh, I told you, don't judge me. Did talk all that jazz? It's the onesie I strap. Bring the hold on.
They sent me a contract. I got a contract sent to me this morning. So if it's signed today, it's like everything has to stop. I need to execute this. So what I have to do is I have to study my opponent, watch his blogs, look at his music videos, look at his interviews, do all that, come up with ideas, concepts, write about that, create 3 rounds, then memorize it. And it's like a whole theatrical thing. Like, I gotta be able to know how to perform it, step on stage, all that. You feel me? And that shit just like takes like a month. Like, that process is a month.
Easy.
You know? So not everybody could do that. That's not all the way
Definitely
fun.
not.
But to be able to rock crowds with no beat, with no DJ, and especially nowadays with people's short attention span.
Oh my God, right?
So that should be,
nowadays, that attention span is...
Nobody, niggas want to hear bass 808 and people
That's
are just
it.
there standing up for hours, acapella, trying to hear me. And every time I go on stage, it's a new battle. So it's new verses. It's never like I could just do the same song over and over.
And just change the name.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, it's
so
wild
real.
hard, you know? But it's a rush though. So like battle rap, it's a rush because when they going crazy, you be like, like
I did that.
you know what I'm saying? So it's immediate satisfaction. You know, you chase that high. As far as music, you already heard the song a couple times. You got it mixed down. So by the time it gets to the public, you're tired of the song. You know, but battle rap is completely different. It's right there, fresh for everybody at the same time. And if they all go with what you thought in your head when you wrote it, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Absolutely love that. And and I think it's so important to show or to say that there's a study that goes behind this. You know, there's an art. Anything worth selling and anything worth, there has to be some type of study behind it. I feel like right now, everybody wants to be the Jay-Z that they just go into the booth and, oh, that looks cool, that I could just go into the booth and say something. But the fact that an artist going home to study for over a month for a show to break down a person that, I mean, you gotta find the skeletons when you're doing battle rap. You gotta know the ins and outs.
Another thing is good too, because it's not like
second grade, I saw you eating your boogers and you know what I mean?
But you know it's crazy because you got to make sure the skeletons in your closet and find that person's skeletons. So either you're gonna be solid, because if you're not solid and you got some shit in your background, oh, they definitely exposing it, and then it's over. It's clipped for you after that. So you know, it is what it is. I know I'm good. I know I don't got no shaky shit in my backyard, so that's why they can't get to me.
Yo, and you've been doing this for so long. Could you remember one of the dopest moments you had in Brooklyn battle rapping? I want to know what corner. I want to know what. Be very specific.
One time, up by Come Cal, there used to be a barbershop, Miracles, and they was across the street, and we in there with my man Self, and my man Self, he knew some other nigga, and the dude's name was from East New York. His name was Dugatti. So he brung Dugatti to the barbershop. So niggas call me. They're like, yo, call. I'm like, what's good? They're like, yo, son up here in the barbershop, spitting bars, like, yo, pull up. I'm like, yo, son, don't waste my time. You know what I mean? I'm being a little cocky. They're like, nah, son is fire, son. Pull up. Like, all right, bet. Boom. I go pull up. Boom, son is in the bar. Niggas is like, yo, son, y'all niggas gonna battle. I got boom. Put 10 bands on the table. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, yo, what's up, son? We gonna get this bag? Niggas like, yeah. I'm like, all right, boom. Boom. Niggas put the bread down. Yo, we picked 3 random people off the street. Random people off the street that was walking by like, yo, you listen to rap? Yeah, yo, you listen to rap? Yeah, you listen?
I wish I was there.
Y'all come in the barbershop right now. They're like, what's going on? Yo, just come in the barbershop right now. Drag them in the barbershop. And then when we drag them in the barbershop, they close the barbershop. Boom, boom, boom. We start battling. Fire. He was fire. I was fire. We go for like 6-7 rounds. They can't call it. So everyone's like, nah, them niggas is just fire, yo. After that, me and him got wild cool. Started going to his hood. He started coming to my, like, you know, and it's crazy, so like stuff like that. It opened doors and let people know who was outside, who wasn't. The fact that he came to the hood and his man put up 10 bands. Nobody playing like that, you know.
Seriously, that's what I was like.
And we was trying to take that.
And what happened? Y'all split it?
Nah, nigga, we just left the 10. Like my man, I put up the 10. My man's band put up the 10. Like, all right, boom.
That's fire.
We just gonna hold it, you know. It was respect, but it was like, nah, niggas just fire, you know. So it is what it is. But there's wild stories. There's wild stories.
Crazy. I love that. I love that. And being from Brooklyn, because let's be clear, Brooklyn zone, Bed-Stuy area, right? Or Bed-Stuy you grew up in?
Yeah, Bed-Stuy by like LG, Marcy, Fort Greene, in between that whole area.
And y'all already know I'm always repping Brooklyn girl to, I mean, to the death. What did Brooklyn teach you? And when I say that, the upbringing, the, you know, being outside, like just the art of battle rap itself, you know, the fact that that's something that we saw growing up, that's something that and you said such a great point that you said we became friends after this, and you see 2 people battling and you think it's almost like a fight. Like I just
it's
pulled
guys
all
at that
your
point
cards.
sometimes. It's guys like that sometimes, but it's kind of like, it's the risk. That's the excitement of it. You don't know if it's about to pop off or they're going to be lit after, you know? And back then, you couldn't battle if you was soft. You couldn't battle if you was pussy. I'm going to keep it a buck. You was pussy, you wasn't battling.
You
so
heard?
You was staying on the corner, just listening to them spit the verses. You know, you wasn't outside, you chilling. But now it's a little different. It's more like political. It's more like a sport. You know, they book you. You know, it's all professional. But where it come from?
But look at that.
Outside,
art
where it come
started, exactly. That art
different.
started outside. So let's get back to that question of Brooklyn. Tell me about what Brooklyn taught you.
Brooklyn taught me how to survive. It taught me how to get to the bag either way. You know, option A is closed. Option B, option C. Like, you got to get to it. There is no unwavering or nobody feeling sorry for you. Like, it's either you're going to do what you do or you're not.
Especially in the streets. The moment they see you cringing a little too hard or walking a little too, forget about it. They're eating you alive.
Exactly. So you gotta get to the bag. I get to the bag, yeah.
So we here.
Thong in the apron, she cooking in the kitchen. Designer bag in the trunk, but I'm stuffing all the bricks in. I can show you how to get it. I can show you how to get it. I can show you how to get it. Turn the block to a business. I turn the block to a business. Digital scaling for the digits. Fresh off the corner. One phone, 3 shifts, and 24/7 it was blinking. I was by the bodega. Heard he caught the op slipping. Damn, he ain't even have his biscuit. We outside trapping. Riding dirty down to risk it. Praying K9 don't sniff this. I ain't with the capping. I'ma tax every ticket. Charge 2 points every shipment. Boy, I ain't with it, I'm getting digits, quit talking. Only feeling right at home in the foreign. Trap phone ringing cause the money keep calling. The money keep calling. Thong in the apron, she cooking in the kitchen. Designer bag in the trunk, but I'm stuffing all the bricks in.
Talk about resolution. I mean, everybody's talking about it. We talked about it just the other day with the song with Pain in the Ass. I mean, it has such a hip-hop sound. Talk to us about the making of it. What went behind this? What was your whole attitude behind this when you did this?
When I did this album, it was just, I feel like 2020 was a year that a lot of people went through a lot. Just in general, like the world went through a lot. And nobody was really making music that was like touching those key points or talking about it. I feel like when you listen to music and you hear something from back in the day, you immediately connect with when you first heard that song, what you was going through, who you was dating, who you was fucking, where you was working. Like, you relate to songs like that.
Yes.
And I felt like there was nothing that was out that was even touching on this subject or touching on the subject matter. And I felt like, yo, like everything fit into place, from the artwork with the president, new presidency, just, you know, with the mask and everything that people had to go through, you know, also me losing one of my close friends, Meg. It was to the whole point where it was just like, yo, I want to speak for my people, you know, even if the rest of the world, at least I know the people around me that fuck with me, they gonna relate to this album like this. Yo, this got me through this. That was the inspiration behind it. And the way I'm seeing it is more people felt that way, and I feel like that was the main objective.
What's different about this from any other project you've worked on?
Growth, maturity, giving game. You know, like where I'm from, I was young when you know, I was blessed enough to be young rapping. So like now that I'm getting older, I feel like people aren't getting more personal with Cortez. They know Cortez can rap, but they don't know Cortez. And I felt like, damn, you know, like people need to know who I am. They need to know the principles I stand by, how I move, how I live, and give those jewels. You know, my son is getting older, you know, so it's like things like that motivated me to put the words together a certain way where I'm giving game and putting niggas on, and like, you know, at the same time, yo, we're gonna get to the bag, but do it the smart way, you know.
Right.
And word, like, I just love the album, you know. It's like motivated me already. I'm almost done with part 2.
Ooh, wait a minute. We went from resolution to part 2.
Why
You threw
not?
that in there real quick.
Why not?
I can't
Right
wait.
on.
And who's on this one? Features?
Yobi's on it. My
Yobi,
man
baby.
Dozer, the drum dealer, he produced half the album and he's on a couple of joints. He's a star, you know. Honey Koofies is on it. My man Chills, BK Chills is on it. My brother Meg, rest in peace. The last song we did was on it. Plug Walk. Method Man.
Yes.
Yeah. Method Man too. You heard?
Sick out.
You know.
And what about that story with Method Man? When he called you up and tell us a little bit about that.
I mean, you know, it was just a matter of like, we met. He loves battle rap. So like, I've always had his number. I just never, you know, like I don't, you know, I'm not gonna be calling him all the time. But he called me, yo, what's up? You coming to this battle? Like, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to, y'all, I think I'm gonna see you there, you know? And it was genuine, just chill shit. So one day I was out in Staten and I bump into somebody recognizes me and they're like, yo, you here for Unc? Like, yo, what's up? You here? And I'm like, nah, who you talking about? He's like, Meth, he upstairs, he in the studio. You not here for the studio? I'm like, nah, I was just around here doing other shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, so I call him and he's like, yeah, nigga, I'm upstairs. I'm like, yo, look, I'm gonna go finish doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna come back, we're gonna smoke it out. I'll mac out, I'll come fuck with you. He's like, all right, boom, go to the studio, chill with him, smoking, macking. And then he just told me, he was like, yo, whenever you need a verse, I got you. Word? Well, I got this joint right now.
For real, I would have jumped on it right there.
I played it for him, and he was like, yo, this shit fire. He said, give me a week, I'm gonna knock it out. And surely a week later, he calls me, and he's like, yo, pull up. And I pulled up the stool, and he had everything laid out and laid down the track. So since then, and the video, everyone was just like, yo, that's fire. And we really feel like it's one of the best collabs he's got from like an unsigned artist that really moved. You know, a lot of people like that record. So for this album, I hit him up, yo. He said, well, look, I just built the Meth Lab, record the whole album there. So I recorded the whole album at the new Meth Lab in Staten Island. And then just there, you know, seeing him coming by, I was like, yo, what's up? We doubling up. He doing another joint, bro. What's up? He was like, I got you. Let me hear something. I played him another joint. He was like, yeah, I got it.
Wow.
Boom, knocked it out again. And that's Digital Scales. So that video we working on now.
And just with that respect that you get from somebody like Method Man, what is that? Like, that shows how far you've came. You know what I'm saying? That you ever at home and you think, you put yourself in that moment, you're like, yo, I was just working with Method Man. Like,
it's crazy. It's crazy. There's certain artists that I've been in the studio with that I'm saying that I've really worked with that I sit there like, that's crazy.
And those are the moments we were talking about earlier. Those are the moments that it's not about getting signed. It's about doing what you love. And it's almost like we made it. Those moments are what we live for.
It also solidifies, like it makes you feel like, all right, I'm doing the right thing.
That's right.
You know, it kind of like confirms, like, yo, you're moving in the right direction. You're around the right people. Keep grinding.
And I must say that I feel like when it came to hip hop and where hip hop is at now, you know, the state of hip hop, when they say, oh, it's dead, and I don't really believe it's dead because, you know, things change, things more, you know what I'm saying? I have respect for the music that's out now too.
Yeah.
But I feel like with the OGs and those that made it, it's those moments that Method Man said, yo, I got you.
Those cosigns.
Those cosigns that we need. Those cosigns that they're pulling us up. You know what I'm saying?
Like
they're reaching out.
That's not normal. Like,
yes.
Like you gotta understand, like a Method Man cosign is not normal. So it's like you have to sit there and really appreciate those things. And also as the artist, it puts you under pressure too.
That's right.
Because you're gonna sit there and say, damn, OG just did this verse for me for free. He wasted his time. He didn't have to do that. I gotta push this record. I gotta do the video. I gotta do this the right way. You know, so.
You work good under pressure?
Yeah. Always work good under pressure.
I work the best when I had
That's the best, yeah. I wait to the last minute for every, damn, I gotta write tonight. All right,
yo,
cool.
I had, oh my God, my college days, writing them 10-page papers 2 hours before it was due. Like a maniac, you know?
You lock it in, but then it's right there. So it's like, all right, cool. For real.
Bomb.
I heard they grow, they got it for the low. The plug about this and another low. You'll get something in the mail today, but you gotta make sure it weighs. I heard they grow, they got it for the low. The plug about this and another low. You get something in the mail today, but you gotta make sure they pay.
Yo, I just touched down out in Cali and it's legal, so we looking for the valley.
We're here with This Is 50. And I feel like 50's one that in the game, he's done it all. He's
that guy. Fifth is that guy, for real.
Right? So, what's one thing you think 50 has brought or taught the game that nobody could take from him?
I think, honestly, the one thing he did that I learned, I could say what I took from him, is that when you're hot is when you have to invest in your brand. Not just invest in the music. Like, he was the hottest rapper in the game, but as he was the hottest rapper in the game, he invested in his artists. Rappers do that. All right, I'm going to get all my artists popping too, get my label popping. But he didn't just do that. He did the clothing. He did the sneakers. He's doing movies. He's doing vitamin or whatever it was at that time, at that peak. When your brand is the hottest is when you're supposed to expand, because you're going to get all that business aligned. So even when you do come back down as an artist, all that other shit is making bread for you. And I ain't gonna front. That's crazy. Like, that's lit. Other people did it when they tailing off. You know, somebody retires from rap, and then they invest.
That is true. That's such a good
He did
point,
it while he was
Cortez.
there, and he was just like, nah, I'm gonna get to the bag. All these.
momentum.
I'm 50 Cent. I'm the hottest rapper in the world. You fucking with me? You fucking with me? I need a sneaker. I need clothes. I need vitamin one. Like, you fucking with me? You know what I mean? So it was like, it made sense. I got a movie. Now, he ain't got to rap as much. He can dabble here and there with it, but all these other things are working for him. So it's kind of like, I don't know if he knew, yo, I'm always gonna be lit, but as lit as I am right now, it's not gonna happen. So it's like, you gotta expand, and that shit is genius.
Ooh, I love that. I love the way you put that. It's so true. I never even thought of that, because they always say jump on that momentum, right?
Yeah.
They always say momentum is that wave, and like a surfer.
When you hot, you hot. Everybody's gonna work with you. When you cool off, only the genuine people gonna work with you. There's always gonna be some fake niggas. He's even got all the fake niggas that you already agreed, you're already under contract, you bitch ass nigga. I knew you wouldn't fuck with me when I was hot. So now that I'm chilling and I'm established, you still gotta fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? And that's bullshit. Real talk.
That's fire. Have you watched any other shows?
Yeah, I watch Power. I watch everything.
Right? I mean, there's really any
Meth on Ghost, so I gotta watch that too.
Oh my God, that was crazy. Honestly, when it all started, I was a Power fiend, right? Then I felt like, all right, I see the story, I see where it's going. I see what. No, you thought you saw where it was going. No way I could have imagined. Then when it turned into Power Book 2 would go, I was like, what in the
Type lit.
Insane.
I like Tariq now too.
You like what?
I like Tariq now.
Oh my God. Now they always say, when you get the world to hate you, you're an amazing actor. Because that's not really you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we're looking at this kid like, yo, I want to kill this kid. I actually bumped into him in Williamsburg, and he was like, yo, you don't understand that the hate mail. Like, people were legit mad at me. I walk in the street like, fuck you, Tariq. He's like, bro, it's a show. But that goes to show, you know what I'm saying? But just to be able to write something, to put something together like that, that you have this kid go from the most hated to the most loved, because at the end I was like, Tariq, come to my house, I want to take care of you, I got you. So crazy.
So you love this new season?
Oh my goodness, it was amazing, absolutely amazing. And Mary, Mary, the way she looked in that.
Yo, man, she was getting me tight though. She was wilding on them kids. Why is she wilding on them like that?
She had a big job to do.
Yo, she was wilding. Listen, she had him under pressure. She had him under pressure.
The new one said, "Hey, Kane, what's going on with Kane?"
I don't know. His pops wasn't playing with him either.
Yo, and the Spanish father too. Come on, 50, you getting all those points.
He basically portraying all the scenarios that go on in the hood every day.
Exactly, the scenarios, which we love, because again, it's something we're tired of watching. The Kardashians and shows that, you know what I'm saying? Like, shows that at the end of the day, us hoods, we take to it, but it's not what we're living. You know, so we're fantasizing when we watch that. Now a show like
we could relate. Oh yeah, that shit happened before.
We're relating to it. We're sitting there. We're like, yo, this is when Tasha.
It's even when Tommy came back. I was like, oh no, Tommy coming back.
Oh, definitely.
Said, once they went in the court, I said, oh yeah, he coming back. Like, it's like you already know what's going. Like, it's the hood. Like, yo, he gonna watch him pull up this week. You heard? Yeah.
When Taj got arrested at the end after Ghost died, it was like, damn, how many shorties rode through it all, and at the end they're the ones that fought for it all. You
She
know?
the one that had to fight for everything. She lost everything.
Yo,
and her daughter, so it's crazy.
Me and my homegirls had to have a joke with Tommy and his gun. We're like, yo, throw it in the river. That's the river sin. Tommy's gun is in there.
It's in there. For real.
So now I ask, what's one thing that has truly inspired you that 50 has done? I mean, so much. Even what you said right now, just with that, I could see the inspiration.
He was hated, right? Like, I feel like as a Latino artist, not hated, but I feel like we're super slept on or like neglected at times, right? Especially our importance in the culture. The fact that Latinos, we started hip hop, especially Puerto Ricans, we started hip hop with blacks, you know? So like, we're not a guest in the culture. But I feel like we get slighted sometimes. But like, when you see 50's story, it sits there and say, man, this nigga got blackballed, clip that, everything. You feel what I'm saying? And he got to the bag. So like, what am I complaining about? I'm gonna get to it. You know what I mean? And I could say that, like, being young, especially seeing that, you know, that shit motivates you. But then when you get older and you realize, like, yo, I get it now. You know what I mean? That's why he moved this way, you know? And it makes sense. So like, that's my inspiration. Like, yo, can't complain about nothing. There's always gonna be somebody with a worse predicament than you all that did it, that got it done. So I gotta get it done.
Yeah. Thong in the apron, she cooking in the kitchen. Designer bag in the trunk, but I'm stuffing all the bricks in. I can show you how to get it. I can show you how to get it. I can show you how to get it. Turn the block to a business. I turn the block to a business. Digital scaling for the digits. Fresh off the corner. One phone, 3 shifts, and 24/7 it was blinking.